Well, she's not just a client, she's the biggest fan.
I've spent probably the last 30 odd years trying every single diet that's out there. So I've done Slim Fast, I've done the baked bean diet, I've been a member of Weight Watchers, Slimming World.
I didn't try to make her cry, by the way. Making her feel bad on the call, you will cry. I'm going to make you feel bad.
Yeah, it's that. One of the reasons approaching you was because I wanted to make a long-term change.
You've gone one step further, haven't you?
Have I?
You are. You have. Angie's doing a photo shoot.
I said to Mark, can you take my photo? I'm going to then put it on an app and upload it to this strange man. And he was like, yeah, no problems, love.
Yeah, no
absolutely
problems.
fine.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Couple of Coaches podcast with me, Emma, Michael, and we have a very exciting guest with us today. We have Angie on the podcast, who I'll let Mike properly introduce because you definitely know her more than me.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mike is Angie's client. Angie is Mike's client. That'll be interesting, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And yeah, we just thought we'd get her on the podcast because she's had a great journey with you, hasn't she?
Well, she's not just a client, she's the biggest fan.
Biggest fan of the podcast.
Biggest fan of the
Yeah.
podcast.
True.
There was
Yeah.
a joint. It was joint. It was your dad and Angie, wasn't it? But your dad's
My
been
dad
lacking.
slipped off. Yeah, he said
He
he's got a
slipped
few to
off.
catch up on. And I said, right, you're out.
That's it, you were out. So the crown goes to Angie for not missing an episode.
Yeah.
So Angie is one of my long-term clients.
Yep.
Who's had a pretty interesting journey, I would say.
Very exciting.
Very exciting
Yep.
journey. So we're going to kind of go through it a bit, try and keep it not too formal, but have a little chat about your journey.
And I've got a mic.
And you've got a
got a
microphone,
mic.
yeah. You've got to watch yourself back, by the way. I can't wait.
It's
for you
not
to
a
watch
straw
it, but-
mic, it's a real one.
It's a real one.
Right, so let's talk about what you was doing before you kind of come into the whole coaching scene with myself.
So it's probably easy to say what I haven't done because I've spent probably the last 30 odd years trying every single diet that's out there. So I've done Slim Fast, I've done the baked bean diet, I've been a member of Weight Watchers, Slimming World. And to be frank, everything worked, but for a quick fix.
Yeah.
And I think for me, one of the reasons approaching you was because I wanted to make a long-term change.
Yeah.
And every time I'd done one of those like quick things, I then put back on double the weight. So it was great for the time, and then I was fighting a bigger battle after it.
Yeah, and that's what we talk to people all the time, don't we? Or we get so many people that have the quick fix. And
Yeah.
like we had a discussion before, like that's why people get caught in that cycle because
Yeah.
it's like, oh, it worked.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll do it again. But it's like, it's just a spiral of losing the weight, putting it back on,
That's it.
losing the weight, putting it back on. So
Yeah.
not sustainable
It's
is
not,
the,
is it?
is the,
It's
is
not
what
the
we want.
answer,
It's not
the
the
long-term answer.
But people don't know that, do they? So,
No.
I mean, this is kind of what we want to go into. Like, you didn't know that at the time.
No. So what was that, 35 years
35
of not
years
knowing it,
of not
just
knowing.
having a go.
So that leads me to the next question. So why did you reach out to me and make that kind of change to going to a person than following these diet plans or diets that you were doing?
So I was on holiday in Cape Verde, got back. Well,
Remembers it.
Yeah, remembers it clearly. I say got back and looked at the pictures, but as we all know, we look at our pictures as we do them. I was looking at the pictures, didn't like the way I looked. I was deleting more than I was keeping. And I thought I need to do something different. A good friend, Tony, had been a client of yours, and I know other coaches as well, but who probably do just as good a job. But for me, it was going with someone that I didn't know, because then if I failed, no one else would know about it. So
Okay.
Tony had said, have a look at Mike's page. I'd look at your page and thought, yeah, this is good. Looked at all the stories. And obviously when you see people's transformations, that's kind of a hook as well to get you in. So I thought, well, let's message this stranger and have a call because I've got nothing to lose. And that's what I did, because for me, it was about making that long-term change and not doing a Slim Fast or a Slimming World or a Weight Watchers and then starting fresh again.
Yeah, I remember that call. So, I mean, I was actually sitting there. I was actually on Emma's
You're on my
desk. Your
desk. How
when
dare
I
you.
had a call with you, actually. And I remember it so clearly, and
Yeah.
how it's just mad how things have changed
Yeah.
since
I
that
remember,
call.
like, before the call, I was, like, super nervous. I was thinking, oh, my God, it's like, I don't know whether this man's going to think I've called a counselling line rather than a coach, because it was the offload of a lot of self-guilt, I think,
Yeah.
where you feel like you've mistreated your own body because you've not been kind to it over the years, you've tried different things, And I think at one point I thought I was going to burst into tears. Luckily, I didn't, because you probably would have put the phone down.
I didn't try to make her cry, by the way. Making her feel bad on the call, you will cry. I'm going to make you feel bad.
Yeah, it's that.
But I do remember, because I remember coming off the call with you thinking, oh, this is going to be a good one.
Yeah.
You was quite like determined in I need to make a change.
Yeah.
There was no like I want to make a change. I need to make a change now.
And things that stuck out for me were, you said, how much do you want to lose? And I was like, oh, I hadn't even thought about it. So I was just like, 2 stone. Like, I just plucked it out of the air. And then you said about, what do you want to do? I think I said, do I have to go to the gym? And you were like, do you want to? I was like, I'm not really too sure. I don't want to pay out the money for a gym and then not go, because that's what I'd done in the past. So you were like, have you got 2 feet? I was like, yeah. He goes, let's start there then.
Well, that was it, wasn't it? Have you got 2 feet? Okay, you start with steps then. Like, I think that was the best thing for you, was not overwhelming you with, right, you've got to go to the gym, you've got to do this, you've got to do that, because quite easily it could be a different story now if we did that, because it could have thrown things out. But yeah, where we are now is, let's try and talk about where you are now to where you was, because the change is mental. So what have you achieved?
5 stone down, so still in stones rather than kilos.
Beat that 2 stone that we plucked out.
5 stone down. 15 months into my journey, 3 extensions along the way with the programs, because I keep wanting to do more. I'm now a member of the gym, crossed the gym line after 27 years. You had to meet me there and get me through the front door. Thank you very much. And now I go 5 times a week and thoroughly obsessed with the thing.
Part of the 5 a.m. club, I believe.
Yes, 5 a.m. club. So a big shout out to the 5 a.m.
The 5 a.m. club, who you always go with, which is amazing. And also a massive thing about gym and the community. Say, like having that group of people that you can you connect with, like-minded people, because you go out for meals with them and all sorts,
go out for meals. And the other day, another client of yours, I wasn't feeling that motivated at the time. It's like, come on, you can do this. So you're like jeering each other on at the same time. I even got him on the cross trainer. He said he hated it. Yeah.
But that's good how you can like inspire other people when you're part of them kind of support groups or whatever you should say.
How long was it before you joined the gym? Like after you signed up with Mike?
I did my first 16 weeks just steps and nutrition, and then joined the gym on the first extension.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I remember you lost a lot, didn't you, from just step, and it just shows the power. Like you lost so much from.
I think it was like 2.5 to 3 stone.
3 stone, But you lost all of that, and then you kind of went to a point where it wasn't about the weight anymore. It was more about how you kind of looked, and you wanted to kind of tone up or tighten up, and that was the
toning word.
That's the toning word, yeah. That's the toning. Not that say that. But yeah, now you are. Now you're there, and you've gone one step further, haven't you?
Have I?
You are. You have. Angie's doing a photo shoot.
Yeah, I'm doing a photo shoot. So this is my year of saying.
Do people know that, by the way?
No, they don't. Well, yeah. Luckily, I've told Mum, Dad, and Mark.
Mark's gonna go. Excuse me.
Oh, yeah. Are you really doing a photo shoot? Yeah. So decided to be brave. My year of saying yes, I think I'd said that to you, and then you said, do you want to do a photo shoot? I was like, I can't really say no now after saying that I would say yes.
It's a year of yes.
To everything.
Yeah, so 10th of August.
Amazing.
Counting down the days.
Which is insane.
It's such a good way to like showcase your whole journey and how far you've come, and to just show off the transformation that you've built. It'll be amazing.
It's really and that's the thing, innit? It's like just for you as well, it's documenting that, because this is probably such a huge part of your life, the last 15 months or so. And to have like just to have a picture to kind of like keep and look after and be like, that's what I achieved. It's and
mental. Also saying one of the reasons why you joined with Mike is because of pictures of yourself. Yeah. And now you're literally purposely going to get pictures taken of yourself.
Which is mental.
Because we were saying earlier, we said about the first, I think we'd had the call, all the information came through, it was on the apps, and then you were like, you need to upload some pictures. I was like, oh no. So Mark, bless him, and thank you very much, Mark, my biggest fan and supporter. He said to me, I said to Mark, can you take my photo? I'm going to then put it on an app and upload it to this strange man. And he was like, yeah, no problems, love, absolutely fine. Yeah. And all my first lot of photos, I cut my head off because I was like, I don't even know where's he going to use it? Will I be plastered on the internet?
No, we didn't plaster. Well, until we was allowed. But now it's all face, isn't it?
Yeah, so I keep my head on now.
Keep your head on your pictures now. Yeah.
Nice.
It's just all these improvements to your journey, which are just so. I mean, it's like a confidence thing as well, isn't it? It's just keep leveling up and leveling up and leveling up. So
it's a scales thing as well. So when I was first doing it, I was obsessed by the scales, and now obviously we're doing different phases towards the photo shoot. I accept that the scales will go up or the scales will go down, and it's getting your mind around that when you've been so governed by the scales for most of your life.
Yeah. And I think you just it's the knowledge that the knowledge that you've gained from doing everything, isn't it? Because you've learned so much about not just yourself, but you've learned so much about your body.
Yeah.
So you don't get stressed, overwhelmed, and all that about the scales change or something because you know why they've changed.
Yep.
And that's a key thing that we try and teach people, and it's probably the hardest thing, and you probably understand why it's the hardest thing, because so many people are conditioned by the scales through life. So if it fluctuates up, everyone's like, oh my God, I've got fat.
And really, before the program and all the learning, that's the time where I'd have been like, right, reach for the Slim Fast or don't eat.
Yeah.
And now I'm eating the most amount of calories I've ever eaten, still in a maintenance phase. It's going up a little bit for obviously our photo shoot plan. But that's the biggest thing for me, and the mindset change.
Yeah, it's the mindset change, definitely. And yeah, what a mindset change it's been.
It takes time though, doesn't it, to get out of that mindset.
Yeah.
Like, I still have clients now who still get frustrated with it, and you know, when you just know soon you're not going to be worrying about this, like you're going to understand it, and it does take weighing yourself often to understand it, doesn't it?
And
100%.
I still have flickers now, so I don't think it ever goes away. When you've had like years of like self-conditioning like that, it won't just disappear.
Yeah.
No.
But
So you've got to get used to
you've
it,
got
really.
the knowledge, so the knowledge overrides like the
I
mind
don't think
flickers.
I don't think it will ever go away. Like it's hard if you've had a perfect week and then the scales go up 2 pounds and you're like, so why am I heavier? But you know why you're heavier.
Yeah.
And I guess that's what you need, is that I'm heavier because of this, and this.
Yeah.
But it hasn't. There's no body fat there.
No.
It's just.
You don't look
a
any
fluctuation,
different.
don't
You're
look
just
any
weighing
different,
different.
Yeah.
Right. So, the program you've been on.
Yeah.
What do you feel is kind of your favourite part? Apart from me, obviously.
Obviously, yeah.
Me.
Goes without saying.
Goes without saying. What is your favourite part of the program? Would you say? I mean, there's probably many different parts along the way, but if you could pick a few things that you have found what you like the most.
I think overall it's the learning and the knowledge that I've gained.
Yeah.
Because that will stay with me forever now.
Yeah.
And it's so ingrained in me. It's part of me now rather than just being a program. And I liked it so much. I'm doing my level 2 qualification in nutrition because I wanted to learn more. So I've just put in my last assignment, and fingers crossed we get that passed. But
amazing.
yeah, it becomes. I understand now why my dad years ago used to do like marathon running. And he was always obsessed with going out and doing the run. And I get that now, because even on my days off from the gym, which is another element of that I enjoy, I still feel, I should be going to the gym. But that's not you saying you should go to the gym. That's the way I think. And that not only helps with like the physical stuff, but I think mentally as well.
Yeah.
So it makes you feel good. I can never say the word, but you get the old endorphins or endorphins
Yeah.
running,
Endorphins.
and you feel good when you come out and you want to do other things, and it gives you more energy. So I think program wise, it's definitely the learning, the reintroduction to the gym, and other things, the connections that you make as well on the program. So through you, I knew some people. I've met some new people that I've connected with, and I'm now being able to share that with other people as well. Which
That's
is good.
amazing as well. You're able to
Yeah.
share the kind of the
Or
knowledge.
boring
onto
them, some people might say. Yeah, they ask me a question, I'll go on for hours.
You go on for hours. I only asked you, buddy, what I should have for dinner. So that's amazing. And how would you say your life has changed from Angie 15 months ago to Angie now?
Dramatically, like it has been like life changing. I can't remember what I was watching, but someone said you have to like kill your own clone, and it's not about that. It's just taking all the good bits and bringing them forward.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still Angie at the end of the day, 5 stone lighter, going to the gym, etc. I'm still the same person, but the feeling that you get and the more energy that you've got. I've probably, what am I can't even remember how old I am now. 49 actually. I'm 49.
One of them.
But I've got the most energy that I would have had in years. And I want to do more things, and you know, the whole saying yes piece, it's it's bringing new opportunities. So it's about daring to do something different and seeing the outcome and the results from that.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's so cool, and that's such a good thing, isn't it? To be like, you're still young, but to feel even younger and have more energy than you did previously. Is amazing, and the whole confidence thing to be able to say, yes, I'm gonna do that.
And if I could like help others to get the feeling that I'm feeling, I'd love that.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I want to share things, because it's not about the weight loss anymore. It's not necessarily about the gym. It's that difference that you feel.
Yeah.
And you can't put that on paper or into words.
But you're always, it's like an addiction. You're happy to constantly be chasing like that feeling, and it's like one of the best addictions to have, and it's that feeling of what the hits you're getting from going to the gym and feeling good and being confident. You just want to constantly chase that and constantly have that.
Definitely.
And why wouldn't you, right?
Yeah.
Have you had people sort of say to you, like, what have you been doing? Like, what's this magic pill that you've been taking or something? Do they sort of ask
what
you?
shakes you taking?
Yeah.
Yeah. People do take, people ask questions, take an interest. I could go on for hours.
Yeah.
But it's not a quick fix. You're in it for the journey, and the journey is a long journey. It's not an overnight thing.
No.
You have, pitfalls along the way. You might have one bad day, but again, the learning is that one day isn't going to lead to a bad week. Years ago, I'd have been like, I had a few drinks on a Friday. Well, I'll start again on a Monday. And now it's like, get straight back on it on a Saturday. Or if you're in my world, you plan ahead for your Bacardi and Cokes in advance.
I mean, you're always ahead of the game. I mean, I've never known someone to go on holiday, and I mean, the next week, like, that was one thing we spoke about, was holidays. So I always remember your first holiday as well.
My first
I think you were a bit like, oh my God, this is, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And literally you come back and I didn't really, will it wait up and went straight back down. But you were so prepared when you got back that it just like, you just got straight back into it. And I think that's the key as well with things like that.
And it's the choices that you make as well. So you're at an all-inclusive, you've got all of these foods at your beck and call, and it's okay, what are you going to pick? And it's like, I knew, obviously after our conversation, I wasn't going to undo everything I'd done, but you feel like you're going to on your first one. But it's about making better choices.
Yeah, just making them good choices.
Yeah.
I mean, you love a step count as well on holiday as well. Just you're always going to hit that, aren't you?
I got lost the last holiday, so I was out for 3 hours and 26,000 steps. So. And cliff walking. So,
cliff walking uphill.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that's so good. So apart from the photo shoot, I don't know if you've thought further ahead. What's next for you?
So I've been thinking about High Rocks in 2025.
When thinking means Angie's doing.
Yeah, so I've already got a High Rocks partner set up. Thank you, Helen.
Amazing.
And just doing something different. So I still want to keep the weights and the strength, but I don't do running. So
the next
that is
step.
the next
thing.
plan after
Big
the
part
photo.
of High Rocks, isn't it?
I mean, we both go into running, don't we?
Yeah.
We're enjoying it. 3 weeks till our race?
Yes. Oh, don't remind me.
So we've got our 10K race in 3 weeks, which will be interesting. So that's come around quick, but I mean,
I went to watch High Rocks because I always like to do a little bit of research beforehand, plan ahead. I was like, this looks really great, and the buzz there was amazing. So it's something I want to do. I think one of the hardest parts would be getting a ticket to obviously enter.
Yeah.
Because it's so popular now. But doing that combined strength and also cardio as well.
Yeah, strength and cardio. I mean, it'd just be great fun. It's something to do, isn't it? I mean, you'll probably get the bug because I don't think many people do it once.
No,
because once you've done it once, it's like, okay, that's my baseline time.
Yeah.
Now I've got a time to work towards.
Yeah.
So then you're going to want to do it again because you're going to want to beat that time.
And
it's people get the...
Now it's, do you do it, do it as a pair because that will kind of push you into it a little bit.
Yeah.
And you've got someone there like spurring you on, like you said, as you go round.
Go with each other, yeah.
But then maybe would you do one on your own
well,
after
that? Could be
that?
The next thing, yeah.
the next step. Partner's slowing me down. I'm going on my own.
Yeah.
Helen will never slow me down. She's like a machine.
That'd be good. That'd be good fun.
Yeah.
Well, this has been a fun chat.
This has been a fun chat.
It has been a fun chat. So a little question for you, which is more for viewers. What would you say to someone who is kind of where you was before, kind of tried everything, really kind of struggled, bit lost in their head? What would you say to someone who's kind of struggling?
Yeah, I would say call a coach. it's, you know, after we were saying about the first call, it's probably the most I've ever spent on a program. Obviously, it's you pay £5 a week, Slimming World, Weight Watchers, etc., or you go and buy your Slim Fast. But it's the best investment that I've ever made, and one that's truly been life changing. So I would say, you know, pick up the phone, talk to someone. People always worry about asking for help, and I think it's having that person there that holds you accountable at first, and then you become accountable for yourself. So now, well, hopefully I'm a fairly easy client, as in I get on and do. But there are times where you just want a safety net there, and you want to check in. And the whole reason for my extension is I never wanted to lose that. But I think that's key. It's having someone there.
Having someone there. It's the accountability and support, isn't it? It's not just about... It's like... I don't know if you saw my story the other day. I had this random person basically message, why do people waste their money on this or whatever? Yeah. And I'm thinking like it's a huge investment in yourself. Like you've literally just said, I'm 49 and I feel younger, I feel healthier, I feel fitter. So there's no bigger investment than investing in your health and yourself. And if you can invest in someone else to help you get to that point more efficiently and the right way, not kind of you just going around in circles or doing it wrong, then there is no bigger investment than investing in yourself, is there, really?
Yeah, I think make the call, bite the bullet and do it, because, you know, as long as you are honest with yourself and your coach, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, no, that's the thing.
Regret it,
honesty is important. So you heard it first, guys. Call Emma.
Yeah. And we also help with dog phobias as well.
Yes,
we do. We did today.
Yes. For those people that might know me, I am scared of dogs, and had a bit of a hot flush this morning when I started to think about, not only seeing Emma and Mike, I'm also meeting Max, which is a milestone in itself.
Yeah.
So you kindly met me outside. Max had like a little wander around.
Yeah.
I've done a few strokes on the head, looking like a rapper. But yeah, and I haven't seen Max since I got here.
He's fallen asleep.
Under the chair.
There you go.
Yeah.
So we'll get there.
Yeah, many firsts today.
Maybe you'll be coming to take him for walks or something.
Yeah,
one
that's
day.
it. Maybe that much, Emma.
Got to say yes, remember?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm up for dog walking.
Angie, you're dog sitting for a week.
Yeah, I have to ask Mark. Yeah.
No, he's all right, isn't he? He's a good boy.
Enjoying the football? Did you watch the football yesterday?
I watched half of it and then I fell asleep for the other half.
I mean, I think a lot of people fell asleep for the second half.
It was boring.
It did get a bit boring, but hey ho, that's England. You got to get used to a bit of boring football and
useless weather.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
Right, that was a lovely episode.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Didn't go on any
for coming
tangents.
No. For once. I normally go off on a tangent, definitely.
We've done pretty well. So, Angie, thank you very much for coming onto the podcast. Oh, Max has woken up now.
Oh, yeah. Max is going to say hello.
Yeah.
And it's been a very, very good episode.
Yeah, really insightful. I think that will really help anyone that's thinking of coaching or a bit on the fence.
Yeah, I think it just gives people more of an insight into someone else who's actually doing it, as opposed to us going, oh, this person did that, this person done that. And it's, very helpful. Just like Angie actually spoke at our event. I mean, I'm going off on a tangent now. I was about to close the show, but I'm going to go back on it.
This happens a lot. You've probably noticed.
Your talk that you gave the rest of our clients was also so insightful and so helpful.
Thank you.
So yeah, I think we need to upload that onto YouTube as well.
Yeah, we do. Living proof.
Living proof. Yeah.
Living
so
proof.
Angie,
thank you for having me.
Yes.
It's been a pleasure.
So
yeah, thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you. And thank you for watching or listening. Bye-bye.
Bye. I think I've got hot, sweaty palms. It's good.